guys, finally, Sunday Jackson has regained freedom. Like this headline captured it and said, after U.S. pressure, Governor Fintry grants clemency to Sunday Jackson. If you can remember, the guy who acted in self-defense after a Fulani herdsman brought his head, his cows to graze on his farm. And when he tried resisting the Fulani guy, guess what? He used his knife, tried to stab him. But this guy overpowered him and used the knife on him. So the Fulani man bite. Guess what? The court sentenced this guy to life imprisonment. Even the Supreme Court of Nigeria upheld that judgment. So he was just waiting for his day to be pied. But since the US started talking about the insecurity in Nigeria, Raimo, a lawmaker in the United States, has been speaking about Sunday Jackson, that he would do everything possible to ensure Sunday Jackson regains freedom, because we all know he acted in self-defense. You know what these herdsmen can do if they meet you on your farm and you try to deny their cows from grazing on your farm, on your farmland, they are ready to pie the person. So this guy tried to resist them, and that led to the death of the Fulani man. And guess what? He was sentenced to death. But these Fulanis have been buying a lot of Nigerians. Even to arrest one of them is very difficult for our government. Now, let me share with you some other headlines. Like this one here says, Sunday Jackson's release followed sustained international pressure, including public calls by U.S. Congressman Raimo, who cited the case during discussions and hearings on religious persecution and Christian injustice in Nigeria. And it also says it here that breaking Adamawa State Governor Amadu Umaru Fintry on December 23, 2025 granted a state pardon to Sunday Jackson, a farmer who had spent about 11 years on death row, after being convicted for killing a herdsman during an attack on his farm. 11 years. It went ahead to say the pardon was granted under the governor's constitutional prerogative of mercy as part of Christmas and New Year clemency exercise. The decision was based on recommendations from the Adamawa State Advisory Council on prerogative of mercy and was officially confirmed by the governor's chief press secretary. Governor Fintry also pardoned 2 other inmates and commuted the remaining sentences of 5 others, citing good conduct. The pardon of Sunday Jackson brings to an end a long-running campaign by human rights groups, religious bodies, and civil society organizations who had argued that he acted in self-defense. So guys, 11 years. Hey. And this one here says, we rejoice with Sunday Jackson as he's been granted an official pardon by the governor of Adamawa State, Amadu Fintry. Fintry, a Magi Muslim, has been a shining light to the Middle Belt. We want to thank everyone who kept pushing for Sunday Jackson's release. Thank you. So guys, finally, this guy has regained freedom. 11 years on death row. He would have been fired if not for this pressure that came from the United States. I believe that is actually what pressured them to let him go, because for them, a Fulani man is a sacred cow, but the Fulanis have the right to buy anybody and nobody will be questioned. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. Now, this United States guy said, Nigeria not a sovereign state but British colonial fiction, empowering Islamist extremists. Elias Gerald Solis hit back at Bashir Ahmad. So guys, this guy has always been firing at our government all the time because of the menace of insecurity in Nigeria. Now, coming back to Miyetti Allah, this headline here says Miyetti Allah had asked in the past to form Fulani vigilantes in Southeast. They have also asked to be part of Amotekun in the Southwest and all other states in Nigeria, including South, and Middle Belt. Nuhu Ribadu went ahead to grant them their desire with his office since these states refused. Nuhu Ribadu must go. So Miyetti Allah has been pushing that they want to do vigilante for other states in Nigeria. These are people coming from Senegal. This is how they want to overtake Nigeria. Now, this headline here captured it. Miyetti Allah seeks establishment of Fulani vigilantes in Southeast. So guys, this has been what they've been cooking all this while. And then this one again, Miyetti Allah demands members' inclusion in Operation Amotekun. Can you imagine? Hey, and this headline reads further. This was in 2020. Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria on Monday demanded inclusion of its member in the Amotekun security outfit being processed by Southwest governors. The Oyo State chapter of Miyetti Allah made the demand at a public hearing on the Oyo State Security Network Agency bill in 2020. So guys, this has always been the agenda. They just want to take over this country, and now they have somebody like Nuhu Ribadu as the head of the National Security Advisor, and we have seen it happening. Now, this headline again still say, Akure, the coalition of Southern and Middle Belt youth leaders, yesterday faulted plots by Miyetti Allah cattle breeders to establish vigilante security in all the states in the country. Can you see it? All the states. Miyetti Allah want to have their vigilante every part of the country. These are people that are set not to be Nigerians, but they want to be everywhere. And now this headline here says, the troubling case of arming Miyetti Allah, a nation of double standards. So guys, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at these videos I've got for you, but it's really, really so pathetic, you know, so heartbreaking to see that we have a country where some people are seen to be sacred cow. They are seen to own the country. Any government that comes out and say we don't want to see cows parading, be it in the FCT, these headers, they are not ready to listen. They keep doing what they are doing, as in they've developed thick skin, as in you can't talk to them and it penetrates their ears. That's to tell you that they feel they own the country, and that's why they are entitled to being part of the security outfit across all the states in Nigeria. So guys, just take your time and watch these videos that I've got for you, and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Now take a look.
Barrister, what's your reaction to these the news by the security agencies that, look, they are about to start taking down social media handles of terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers? Let's have your broad reaction.
Look, my reaction is that these people are not serious. Whenever they don't want to do anything, that's the route they always go through. Please, Mr. Okoro, you remember when NSAS happened here? Within 24 hours, the federal government and their agencies, they discovered the account of all these guys who were promoting that NSAS. Is that not true? Including our girl who ran to Canada. Did they contract anybody? Mr. Okoro, the terrorists that they gave them their list from Dubai up to today, have we seen their name? This point that collect a ransom and the federal government will be liaising with them. Please, which route did that ransom pass through? This is the question they need to answer me before they start talking of social. What are you talking about? When they don't want to do anything, this is the route they will go. Tomorrow night, they will say the social media people are not helping them. They are the problem. You can imagine these people.
But Minister, when you say when they don't want to do anything, they're already telling us that they want to start doing something.
They are
not impressed with that.
Are you impressed?
No, I'm just asking.
The examples I gave you now, does it really mean that people want to do something? Mr. Okoro, if they want to take down the terrorists, Mr. Okoro, it doesn't take any rocket science. They know them. Bayonologa told you that they communicate with them, they talk with them. So, which SIM card was Bayonologa using to communicate with them when he told us that story? Please tell me. Which SIM card were they using? Told you, Bello, that Gumi have told us severally how he goes there to communicate with them and dine with them and all that. When they were doing all these things, are they not supposed to get their whatever? These people, they don't want to do it. They are looking for every little opportunity to cover the terrorists, to cover these bandits. Instead of doing the needful.
Nation that is blessed, human and material resources. Now one of the most indebted nations on earth. No thanks to President Bola Ahmed. The issue to the is that borrowed more than all the governments together from 1960. And what is he borrowing for? To siphon the money away. We had about 17.2 trillion naira to watch pipeline. And these same people we are complaining they are paying 7 trillion naira a year for subsidy on Nigeria. Is the shop. They promise that if they remove the subsidy, they would have money enough to provide infrastructure for us. To pay has to be paid on time. Because nothing is provided about it.
Every resistance that is constitutional. And it must be noted that in spite of the fact that Nigerians have come out repeatedly to talk about how difficult this is going to be and how they do not agree with this particular law. It has been and if there's that hell-bent attitude to take it on, we start looking and the suffering of the people. Resistance is allowed within the law, and that is what must be done. Thank you.
With the first attack on the psyche of Nigerians on the 29th of May 2023, with the announcement of the inhumane policy of subsidy is gone, Nigerians tolerated it, thinking maybe there was indeed something genuine that will come out of it. And the government has taken Nigerians for a ride and continue to consolidate on that with other inhumane policies as enumerated in the text. Now, the latest onslaught, which is not only now on the psychology of Nigerians, but democracy itself, is the gradual erosion of democratic tenets by converting Nigeria into a one state, and then the subsequent attack now on democratic tradition. So the coming on board of this group is to inform Nigerians that our silence has been too long, and we intend to hold this government into account. We are going to take the government step by step and hold the government accountable, especially on some of the policies. It is common knowledge that we have made new resources from May 29 to date, but we have also borrowed so much money, again, within this same period, and yet Nigerians cannot sleep with their eyes closed. There are no schools, our roads are not usable, there are even no hospitals. So if we have made so much revenue and we have also borrowed enough, why are Nigerians still suffering?
Barrister, we just learned from the National Assembly that kidnapping now and even banditry are now terrorists. They've already designated to be terrorists. And according to them, that there is no option of fine, life imprisonment.
It's their lie. They said it verbally. It has not been criminalized. It has not been gazetted. It has not gone through the court. Yeah, it has not gone through the National Assembly. Someone cannot just come out and make noise. When they criminalized IPOB, did you see the route it went through?
But Barrister Darlington, Daniel Bwala once told us that, look, why they are unable to track these terrorists is because that they are using Starlink, and that the Nigerian intelligence community don't have access to Starlink. That is a Chinese company.
Please, is that not Chinese enough, Mr. Okoro? Is that not Chinese enough? Tell me. Oh, when they want to pay them the ransom they are collecting, they pay with their pounds and dollars, Abi? Or you answer me. When they demand for this ransom that they display on TikTok and everywhere, the money they collected from the government.
We are trying to interrogate the sincerity of the government. Wala tells us something. Now, we have the NCTC tell us a different thing also. So who should we believe in?
Well, there is nothing to believe. They are lying. Mr. Okoro, help me tell them that they are lying to me. If they are not lying to Nigeria, they are lying to me. They are lying. They are not sincere. They are lying.
So, okay, Mr. Ranta, let's have your reaction to this development. What do you think?
What do I think about the
comment by General Laka that, look, they are trying to, they will soon start taking down social media accounts of terrorists and bandits.
Look, I can't help but align with Barrister Darlington. There is no sincerity of purpose. Look, post one thing that is against the government. Just post it.
Oh.
Before, in less than 24 hours, they will trace you.
I wonder.
So you think this is not directly against terrorists, but to curb what they call propaganda?
It's just propaganda.
Are they hiding under other things?
See,
hiding under this?
The relationship
to dissenting voices.
The relationship between the terrorists and the government is a very hot romantic relationship between them. Because we are here, we are told that the NSA, which he agreed, equipped armed Miyetti Allah people to defend Nigerians in Kwara State.
Defend.
I just saw a video over the weekend where a local government chairman from one local government in Katsina, they had a meeting with terrorists. and he was addressing the terrorist leader as the commander of peace. Okay, let the government tell us who ordered. Why is it difficult for them to tell us who ordered the soldiers, the security men who were in that KB school to leave 30 minutes after which the school was invaded and kidnap actions took place? What happened? Why is it difficult for them to tell us? How did they rescue these girls, Niger girls or Niger students? How? So you see, you cannot be speaking from the both sides of your mouth and you think you're talking to fools. Nigerians are not fools. If you are ready for action, we will know. And the international community knows. You see, my fear is that we are getting to a point where Nigeria might be designated as a terrorist sponsoring nation. It's inching closely because they have seen all the shenanigans, all the subterfuge. They are seeing the manipulation, the propaganda. They are doing it and getting away with Nigerians. But all our actions are open to the international community. And if we don't take care, if we're not careful, it's inching closely.
If eventually that is done, will it be any different from what the United States has done by redesignating Nigeria as a country of particular concern? What would be the difference?
You see, we've not started seeing the full impact of that redesignation as a country of particular concern. Look, before now, remember, courts in Canada had ruled that APC and PDP, two major parties in Nigeria, one comatose, one very active now, that they are terrorist organizations. It's moving closely. And the only anger I have is that these guys in the international community, they will not focus their anger on the real people. They'll be treating, punishing the citizens who are already, downtrodden, who have been, bespattered, who has been going through so many things, impoverished by the ruling class. They should focus their anger. So I also feel there's a sense of double standard amongst them.
Okay.
That's my concern.
Please, to help you there, the difference between CPC
terrorist country
is because American president have been given the privilege to declare any country a country of particular concern.
Okay.
That's the power given to American presidents. As far back in 1970 something. Are you aware now? Okay. So they have that privilege to do. But when you become a terrorist, that means the UN, the whole world body, all the decent countries in this world, they'll be looking at you with one corner of their eye as a terrorist country.
Total ostracization.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now let's bring in Honorable Ejiofor Egwuatu into this conversation. Honorable Egwuatu, I'm sure you have followed this conversation. What's your reaction to what NCTC boss is saying that, look, social media handles of bandits and terrorists, we'll start taking them down very soon because, it's no longer business as usual. What's your reaction?
Scratching the surface. The NCC is just scratching the surface. They've not really gotten ready to do this business well. Announcing that you shut down social media platforms is nothing to rejoice about. It's not a big news. It's just one of those comments that people make. That's the way we see it. It's just it's nothing compared to what we expect to hear from the government concerning this terrorism. What I was expecting to hear was the circumstances that led to the recovery of 8 students that were kidnapped, 100 and something students, how they were rescued, arrests that were made, camps that were destroyed, things that will show that the government is really taking it down on the terrorists around that area. So I do not subscribe to that kind of playing to the gallery. We have heard that kind of thing several many times. We expect to hear what happened to all the brigadier general that died. We expect to hear how the security agencies were able to get to the root of the cause of his death. So many military installations are being attacked by these terrorists. They need to tell us things that will give us hope. Shutting down the social media handles is they create another one tomorrow. Doesn't make any meaning to us. We expect to hear something more concrete, something more productive from them. Nigeria is in a very bad state, declaring Nigeria a pariah nation through the country of special interest. it's not anything good for us. So we expect the government to do more than what they are doing now. Do more than what they're doing now.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Ejiofor Egwatu. Now let's take this conversation to Barrister Andrew Enofe. His image popped up on the screen earlier. Good morning to you, Barrister Andrew Enofe.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you join the conversation. Now,
yes,
do you share the concerns of some Nigerians that said, oh, look, this government is not serious? And some Nigerians are also saying that, look, this move, this relationship between Nigeria and social media giants, Meta, Elon Musk's X.com and TikTok, will only curb dissenting voices as against go after terrorists, or those perpetrating insecurity. Do you share that same concern?
Well, to a very large extent, I want to say so, but in as much as that is the position, I actually still want to say that the government has not done much as expected, because if you listen to the former president of Nigeria, President Obasanjo, he said when he was in power, Nigeria was to disarm and exterminate all these terrorists, bandits, just name them, Boko Haram and the rest. So by and large, I also want to say that the system is being manipulated. It's being manipulated. They are playing politics with the system. And that is why I would say that the system, the government has not tried, has not tried completely, has not acted the way it should act. Just like what the last speaker said, my co-discussant said, if you take down these social media handles and the rest, that does not even solve the matter. The only thing I think that we only achieve is that you are only just trying to depopularize the people, the terrorists, on the social media platform, but they will devise another method to make themselves very popular, or to achieve their aim. So, to me, what I want the government to do is that the government should take a cue from the word of former President Obasanjo, who said that the country has all what it takes to deal decisively and ruthlessly with all these terrorists and bandits. So if they take a clue from that, they should go back to the system.
Okay.
Go back to their drawing board and ponder over this word, particularly when the US president has said they are ready to offer us all necessary support. There should be a synergy between them and between us and the US, so that we can actually deal decisively and ruthlessly against these persons.
Talking about dealing decisively and ruthlessly against these persons, there is a conversation going on in the Senate to give death penalty to kidnappers. There's that conversation going on. What are your thoughts on that? You think that would be a deterrent? But the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, has said, look, this will not solve the problem. It will only worsen insecurity. It will only worsen kidnapping and the rest. What are your thoughts?
The general may be entitled to his own opinion. To me, I have my own opinion. And if you ask me...
I'm asking you.
Yes, if you put death penalty as it is, be as the punishment for such, I think it will stem the tide a little bit, because once you are aware that if you are caught in this act, what will become of you is death. The only thing that can save you is maybe the president coming to say, okay, I'm granting you amnesty or prerogative of mercy, okay, to release you, just like what was done recently by the president, which some of us queried. It will enable some people to sit at, particularly these people that are terrorizing this country. You are aware, everybody is aware that they are being aided by some politicians, and their names have been long mentioned, nothing has been done. So, but at this point, once death penalty is there, and for example, a senator is involved or a governor is involved, and at the end, you are able to the system is able to link you up completely, and you are not convicted, you are not sentenced. That alone, yes, we enable everybody to sit up and say, no, please, I wouldn't want to die. Let's look at it from another angle.
All right.
So that is my opinion. I'm in full support of it.
All right.
Yes,
okay. Barrister, what's your reaction to this? Especially, I'm talking about the statement of the AGF.
Yes, every drastic solution or drastic action requires drastic solution. In Senate clan, they have devised a means of taking care of such problems. America don't take prisoners when it comes to terrorism. Everybody is aware of this. Everybody is, and that is why that country is safe.
Is America safe? Well, that's a question for another day.
I mean, from
some will disagree with you. But let's focus. Let's focus on the statements of or the position of the AGF and the Minister of Justice on the fact that
I am coming.
This will death will increase insecurity.
Now, let me tell you, in America, you have psychopaths who go rogue once in a while by shooting people. But it happens just one-off.
Barrister, let's focus on our peculiar
don't have terrorists of this nature
issue.
Occupying parts of America. That's what I'm telling you.
In our peculiar issue now, how can we solve this problem?
Yes, it's wrong. Is there another way of pampering these people? Is there another way of covering these people? What is said is not synonymous with what we are experiencing today. This particular action, you don't need anybody to tell you to give them soft landing. Why should you kidnap anybody? Do you know what it means? Some people don't come out alive from such a deal, and you are saying it will worsen the problem. These are things that this statement we made. Just like what Gumi was saying, it's better to kidnap children than to kill. But guys, when people make this type of statement, you don't wonder what adult are we dealing with here? Exterminate them. That's what I want to hear. That's the only way you can curb this nonsense.
Also, when you say exterminate them, we've seen that, for example, the likes of Shekaru die more than 8 times in Nigeria when he was a kingpin of Boko Haram terrorists. And we're also told that to anyone that was killed, over 7 or 8 or thereabout will also come up. In the words of the Director General of National Counter-Terrorism Center, Major General Adamu Laka, he said something about the porous borders that we have with the Sahel being the major challenge we're having at this point. We also have another information talking about how over 1,000, Nigerian borders are unmanned. Should we be having all this excuse at this point, where we should be looking at the way to fight insecurity? Have we already, point them or notice or talk about them to be the challenges? How to solve them as a problem?
All the northern states have borders with all the states in North Africa. There are states bordering Nigeria in all the North African states, 2 of us. Have you had any time Nigeria said, terrorists, you are coming from Niger, terrorists, you are coming from Sudan, terrorists, you are, to show that yes, these people are coming through the northern borders and all that. The people that came in here were invited by some people. So how would you not say they came through the border? They were invited. I don't understand. Every of the northern states, they have border with countries in the north. So, what happened to you gone and look? If any terrorist enter Nigeria from your country, we'll deal with you. Donald Trump, that's why he's building a wall between America and Mexico. So let nobody
succeed in building that.
Why not? They are policing that place now.
Talking about this issue of the LCTC helmsman said, look, we are going to start taking down their social media accounts. Barrister, are you aware that the federal government has also declared, bandits and kidnappers terrorists?
No. I am not aware.
Okay.
Somebody
after
just
the Federal
spoke.
Executive Council meeting, the Minister for Information, Idris Mohammed, said, look, the federal government has decided. That does not impress you?
It doesn't. Serious. You don't make verbal statement when it comes to such matters. The same way they criminalize IPOP, let them follow the same route to Koro.
Which is?
They went through the law. They went through the National Assembly. And they gazetted it. Have they done that? So what are you telling me? You don't know. So tomorrow now you said that. By the way, how long did it take them to do that? How long?
No, but at least they have done it.
Are you serious? They didn't do anything. They got verbal statements. That thing cannot stand in court. Quote me.
All right,
it cannot stand in court because nothing was gazetted by the federal government.
All right, Mr. Samir Ranta, what do you make of this? You know, we're fighting against insecurity and terrorism, but we also have another information saying that some of the insurgent group members, their names were seen listing to join our military forces. Before now, you know, when we're talking about de-radicalization, rehabilitation, and reintegration of terrorist group members into the military denied that vehemently. But at this point, we're also getting information now in defense saying the states were the ones that gave them the names of the people to enlist and all that, and that happened to be their own fault, not the fault of the military. Can we ever end the issue of insecurity? We will have some of them playing with within our security, you know, forces.
We cannot end this security. The way we are going, we cannot. They can only, you know, create more atmosphere, enabling environment for terrorism to thrive in Nigeria. The way we are going. Because when you begin to cover, if you have a child that is stealing, and you cover this child because he's going outside to steal and bring for you, time will come. That child, after stealing outside, will come and steal even the parent. So, the way I think about it, there is no clear-cut desire to stop this thing. And that is where I'm concerned. That people will come and be talking to Nigerians as if we are fools. Nigerians are not fools. We will see the porousness, the illogicality in the whole war against terrorism in Nigeria. How come Matawale is still the Minister of State for Defense? A man accused by several, even his own aide, the governor that took over from him, in so many ways, even from his own speeches. You see that this man is an enabler, is a sponsor of this thing, and he left him there. So we are not serious about it.
Thank you so much. Honorable Geoffrey Gwatu, what do you make of the statement by some northern elites? There's a particular Professor Usman who, you know, decided to talk directly to the new Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, telling him not to go all out, you know, in fighting, especially the Fulani bandits, whom we believe, who, according to him, you know, are trying to live their lives. Even when we've seen them, most of them will weapons, kill people, some communities in Benue and Plateau and all the places that they've laid their hands on. And we're getting also other people talking about non-kinetic measures being the only way to go to end insurgent group members from causing, you know, Nigeria great harm and all that. Do you think with such people, especially sympathizers to these people and those who share religious or maybe ethnic affiliation with them, and we know how most of them have occupied, you know, the political space in Nigeria, are we going to see the fight against insecurity, you know, make any headway, yield any fruit for Nigeria, with some statements coming up from people whom Nigeria or who the Nigerian government cannot recognize?
Let me put the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele, who said it is always very difficult to wake up a man pretending to sleep. When a man is pretending to be sleeping, it's difficult to wake such a person up. So some of these sympathizers are people who are pretending to be sleeping while they are very much awake. And I do not believe that the Minister of Defense will listen to such things. I can't remember his name. He's the one that gave him that job. And he's not representing him, he's representing Nigerians as a whole. And Nigerians have made it clear that they want terrorism to be stamped out. Nigerians have made it clear that they want an end to this insurgency. So I believe
When you say Nigerians have made it clear, are you also talking about those that say that attack on Boko Haram is attack on the north? Are we also looking at the people who are telling Nigerians to grant amnesty to, bandits members that have killed people in Nigeria? Because some people are still supporting their move and everything that they do. Are we looking at people who have decided to meet them? We told some time ago by a former governor of Kaduna State, there's a certain 1 billion naira was spent in paying ransom to, or finding a way to broker peace between the people or the government of Kaduna State and, bandits elements in the state. When we say Nigerians have said no to issue of terrorism, are we looking at all these people too, and all these other, state actors or even non-state actors at this point who are more like vocal in supporting their activities?
Well, if we are still discussing these things at this point, that means we have not done anything, or the government is not doing anything about insecurity. Because this is exactly what the situation were before the intervention of the United States of America, before the intervention of President Donald Trump. This was exactly the situation. So if Nigeria is still discussing whether there should be force or no force, or that means we are not moving. We are not even crawling, not to talk of running or walking. So the only message Nigerians want to hear is that all-out war to stamp out this terrorism. Is an issue for. It has happened in the climate, far away from the southeast, or far away from south, far away from some other places. But this is Nigeria, an entity, one entity. Listen, the government wants foodstuff to be cheap. The government wants the economy to run well. How can an economy run in such very dangerous security situation? It is not possible.
All right.
How can people who go to farms are destroyed, are killed, farms are destroyed, people cannot move around freely, and you say the economy can run smoothly, and there will be growth, and you use GDP and all those things to tell us stories? No, it cannot work. So the government has to do everything necessary to wipe out terrorism. I said wipe out.
Thank you so much.
So guys, many Nigerians have applauded the former military ruler, General Ibrahim Babangida, for commending Christopher Musa, the new defense minister, for going all out against the terror guys. In case you don't know, Christopher Musa has been, gaining a lot of grounds for going after these terror guys. He has been striking them badly, and now he's being commended. I want to read exactly what the former military ruler, General Ibrahim Babangida, wrote, what he tweeted yesterday on his Twitter handle. He said, I want to commend General Christopher Musa for his commendable work since his appointment. While I understand that the bandits are seeking dialogue, and are willing to surrender, we must not engage in any negotiation. Instead, we should send them to their creators to negotiate with them. So, General Ibrahim Babangida is saying, Musa, well done for going all out against these terror guys. Don't negotiate if they want to negotiate. They want to surrender. Don't accept their surrendering. Just send them to their creator for negotiation. While in contrast, this is what Sheikh Gumi once said. Don't vote for politicians who will attack, kill bandits. They are our warriors in forest. Islamic cleric Gumi tells northerners, protecting them. And recently we saw Professor Yusuf coming out to issue strong warning to Christopher Musa, the new defense minister, that he should dare not buy the Fulanis, because now he is no longer a military general. He is now a political office holder. So guys, you can now see the people who are supporting these bad guys, and many people have really applauded the general, former military ruler Ibrahim Babangida. Let me take the tweet again. He said, I want to commend General Christopher Musa for his commendable work since his appointment. While I understand that the bandits are seeking dialogue and are willing to surrender, we must not engage in any negotiation. Instead, we should send them to their creator to negotiate with them. That's what he's saying. Now, away from that, there is a latest news of bomb blast in Maiduguri. Like Sahara reporters captured it, saying, watch, explosion rocks mosque at Bonu market. Several worshippers feared, died, and many were injured too in that case. So guys, I don't know why these people are supporting these terror guys. It is still coming again to hurt them. You can imagine going into a mosque and buying your fellow Muslims because you believe you are going to get 70 virgins. So guys, a whole lot is happening when it comes to security related issues. Now, the office of the NSA has come out to say they have started deactivating the TikTok account of these terror guys who display their wealth and their ill-gotten wealth on the social media, that they've started deactivating their account. But Nigerians want the office of the NSA to come clean. I mean, since after the incident that happened in Kwara State, many people have really lost confidence in Ribadu, when it comes to the way that the security in Nigeria is being managed. You know that recently Ribadu was being accused to have, being the one arming some of these guys. And the question Nigerians are asking is, who knows how many states are having Miyetti Allah that are being armed by the office of the National Security Advisor, Ribadu. It happened in Kwara, but we don't know if it's only Kwara. People are still wondering if there might be other states that, these armed guys are being found. I'm just going to take you through this tweet by Nnamdi Kanu because she tweeted about that.